We finally reached 2025, which is absolutely insane because it's hard to believe that 2024 really went by that quickly. The last year has taught me a lot, especially about myself and self-love, and I'm sure it goes the same for many people. Last year I was lucky enough to meet a handful of new people, reconnect with old, or continue on friendships that meant a lot to me, and all these people taught me something about love, whatever form it may be. Love is a topic I talk about a lot, and it's something I touched on earlier in 2024. And for a girl who's never been in love, let's just say I've got a lot to speak about.
Guys, I'm low-key deep in life right now.
Despite my lack of in-real-life experiences, aka relationships, a lot of my own experiences come from watching other people or being involved in my own relationships with my friends and family. For me, 2024 was a year of a lot of self-reflection and realization, especially when it came to love. It took me a while to decenter myself from the fact that having a relationship won't solve my problems or make me happier than I already am, basically coming to the conclusion that maybe it was something that I wasn't ready for at that given time and that it will come when the time was right. So I took all this energy and put it into something else, myself and the people around me who I truly cared about. But the main point is that this year taught me so much about love, so here's everything I learned about self-love, friendships and relationships in 2024 at the age of 20. I think 2024 was really the year of getting to know new people for me. There had been a lot of new people in my life last year that weren't there the previous year, which goes to show how much your life can change within a certain time frame. Considering the amount of people I had met last year, I really connected with a handful of them, to which today I'm grateful to call them my friends and appreciate them regardless of the amount of time I've known them for. What's funny about lots of these people is that I had crossed paths with them at some points earlier in the year but never spoke or acknowledged them until we actually met. This shows us that people will come into your life at the right moment. We could cross paths so many times only for us to meet them at the correct time, sometimes when you didn't realise you needed them the most. Life really surprises us in many ways, and it only tells once you think about it so deeply. I think the people we cross paths with, whether that be creating an actual connection with them or just a brief passing, ends up being such a blessing, even if those connections die down. Meeting people that create some sort of impact in your life, no matter how big or small, is a blessing in itself. I think you end up finding your people in ways you never expect, and in the moment you never realise how these specific people have been brought into your life until you really think about it. It also made me become more aware and grateful for my friendships. Not to deep it, but I don't have much time left in uni, but the last couple years have been some of the best, and I'm glad I've met some amazing people in my life, regardless if I've met them at the beginning of uni or just at the end of last year. Some people are true blessings, believe me. So right now I think it's really important to live in the present and make more of those memories, which is one of the reasons I decided to vlog, not just to make memories for myself, but for others too.
Can you take it and put it on the dashboard?
Oh, do you want me to put on the dashboard?
Be thankful for all your friendships, as they are both blessings and lessons. Be grateful that people have been brought into your life with reason, and make more memories with your friends, especially this year. You deserve the love you give. This phrase made me think about how many people generally give so much love yet never get it back, some that really never get the love they truly deserve. Not trying to deep it and make it all sad, but it's true. A lot of people put in a lot of effort into others and never get that effort back. I know a lot of people that have been blessed with such a big heart, but they don't know how to use it properly, especially when it comes to themselves, yet they give so much love to others. I like to think I have a big heart and I use it for people that I know deserve it, but I'm still learning to use it for myself, as I'm sure many other people are, because I believe that trying to find love within yourself can be difficult, especially if you want to pursue other people. I believe you can get lost in trying to love others before you love yourself, and you sometimes forget how crucial it is to put yourself first in order to love others afterwards. What I'm trying to show is this concept of self-love. I think you need to love yourself fully to understand the type of love you know you deserve as well. For example, someone will show you love to a certain degree if you only love yourself a small amount. In other words, someone might give you the bare minimum, but you would accept it as it's more than you could give yourself. Compare this to being completely conscious of your own self-love, which means that if someone were to enter your life, they would have to go above and beyond to show you more love than you do for yourself. The main idea is that in order to not accept the bare minimum, you should do more for yourself in terms of self-love. As I said, self-reflection was important for me, especially towards the end of the year where I was trying to navigate my own feelings, how to control them, but also just let them be, because sometimes your heart and your head will want different things and you can't fight it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You guys are still so young. Like, why rush anything? You guys have such a beautiful friendship. So, yeah.
I came to realise at the end of the day I understood myself better than anyone else did. However, I needed to learn that it was okay for me to have this alone time and not be in a relationship, and that I've been putting this waiting season for a reason. I ended up valuing this alone time, especially as I got to understand myself better and come to the realisation of a lot of things that I knew were good for me. So my journal was here over Christmas, so I didn't bring it back home with me. To be fair, I filled up quite a bit. Last thing I wrote was at the end of November, but there's quite a lot in here. I actually had like scraps of stuff, not scraps, but like I have a Lego passport in here. This time of self-reflection has been something I wish I did more often earlier in the year, especially as you start to learn and grow more and come to the realization of things you wouldn't necessarily think about. I'm hoping that this year, this act of self-reflection continues and people also end up valuing their alone time rather than think of it in a negative way. I think journaling is something that helped me a lot last year. I found one of my pages from last year, which was in January, so it's been nearly a year since I wrote this, but I'll read like a little bit. It was me because I was upset. I said, "The sense of loneliness I feel I've started to adapt into a positive thing. I believe that loneliness is viewed as negative, however, I'm trying to see it in a positive light. I think the reason for this is for me to truly focus on myself and build myself as the person I want to be. Although the majority of yesterday I felt this emotion of sadness and loneliness, it's taught me a lot about myself and what I want. I can figure things out myself and build a better version of myself. A feeling like this is difficult, and it comes to the realization that you're growing as a person, mentally, emotionally and physically. I'm excited to see who I become this year. I genuinely believe there's such big things coming for me." Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. For me, the thing I stuck by the most last year was the trust in the right timing and plan set out for you, because at the end of the road, whatever happens, happens, and if something didn't work out at the time, no matter how much you wanted it, you end up realising that it was never meant to serve you in the first place, hence why it didn't work out. I feel like the same goes for people that come into your life. As I've mentioned, people come into your life as a lesson or blessing and are placed into your life with a reason. If they're meant to stay, they'll stay, and sometimes they'll leave if they're not there to serve a purpose anymore. I think when it comes to people, the right person will come into your life when it's right for you, but is it ever the right time until it's the right person? Who knows? At the end of the day, whatever the plan is for you will work out eventually. It may not necessarily be in your favour or at the time you expected, but it will happen. It's all patience, right? Eventually, the right person will come around and you'll be thankful you didn't settle earlier. Why rush something when even you know yourself that you're not ready?
Darling,
2024 taught me a lot, but here are some things I'm trying to learn this year. Number 1, open up my heart to new opportunities and people, because you never know what's out there for you unless you try and open up and become more accepting of new possibilities aligned with your plan. Number 2, try and enjoy my alone time more and more, do more self-reflection to understand my emotions through things like journaling, and just spend more time with myself. Number 3, recognize that love is here for you, not to hurt you, but to make you realize that you're capable of being loved. Don't push it away because it feels strange or scary, because sometimes the unfamiliar feels comfortable when it becomes familiar. At the end of the day, you can love how you want. You'll never be this young of an age to love a certain way or express your feelings as you do now. There was a saying I came across where you can't expect to love like a teenager at the age of 30, which made me realize to love more now, especially towards those that I know deserve it, but also learn to open up my heart and use the big heart I know I was blessed with. So as this year starts to take off, I hope you treat yourself and others with more love and gratitude, and I hope that if love didn't find you in ways you expected last year, may the right type of love find you this year, not because you waited, but because you found that love within yourself. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. But I also wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that I met last year. You guys taught me so much about love and myself and friendships, and I'm just so grateful to have met each and every one of you. There are some people that I would have never thought I'd be friends with, and how blessed I am with the people that have come into my life. Yeah, I just love all of you so very much. Hopefully you guys took something from this video or just enjoyed watching it at least. I might have cringed quite a bit making it, but I know a lot of people loved the first one, so I decided to make a second. But yeah, I love you guys. Hope 2025 is a better year for you. If 2024 wasn't, I wish all of you guys a lot of blessings and opportunities this year, whatever your goals may be. But till next yap video, bye bye. Love y'all.